a long journey. What you saw was graduation. It was the end of cadet time. What you're now going to see is commissioning. It's the beginning of office. Technically, the commandant, General Clark, administered an oath, and so legally they're already officers, although he administered the wrong oath, so maybe there's some question. But
you have to do it again?
Yeah. But it's kind of like, you know, having the civil marriage, but then having the big church marriage, so your family and the people you love can see it. So that's really what we're here to do. This is the beginning of the career that you came here to be part of. I've never actually felt like dropping a lieutenant for push-ups at the same time I commission. But boy, am I tempted now. I won't do it, but I am very, very tempted.
We kind of want to see that.
Josh, in times of frustration, some of the words I would have used were stubborn, hard-headed, but what I would like to say is he's persistent and dogged and determined and focused. And the truth is, he's here. And against some pretty amazing odds, we graduate a lot of people. Some of them are standing here. No one has it easy when they come to West Point. In fact, one of the things they all have in common is that for whatever other reason they chose to come here, they wanted to be challenged. Guaranteed. No one comes here to do it easy. I will say that I know a lot of them, and many of them, my sons graduated from here. I taught here. A lot of people persisted through a lot. I don't know anyone who overcame more odds and worked harder at it than Josh. And if anyone's ever earned this, this is the guy. Not. You have to be good enough at a lot of things, physically, tactically, leadership. You have academic program. May not be as deep, but it is broad. And you have to be able to do calculus, and you have to be able to analyze English poetry, and you have to be able to take Portuguese and somehow convince someone to let you pass. And you have to be able to, there's a lot of stuff that you have to be able to do. And you have to be able to work. And you have to have, everyone has setbacks, everyone has a tough time. You have to have a goal, and you have to have a support system. And Josh actually, more than he really was the support system for an awful lot of other people. There's a lot of times when I knew that he had stuff that had to be done, and when I would go look at him, he was rarely screwing off. Most of the time he was helping someone else. And usually at the cost of sleep, or at the cost of something. And he spent an awful lot of extra time in his room, trying to dig a new trench, walking back and forth, hours on the area. Never quit. Never quit. He had a setback where he failed a class and actually got thrown out of the academy, but with the chance to come back. This happens to maybe 15, 20 people every year. First time I had ever seen someone who actually reported in early and insisted on processing himself and doing all the things so that when it came time to make the decision would really already be made. There's really only one possible decision that they could make. He's already here. The reason he's graduating now and not in December or not next summer is because he was smart enough to do it. And a lot of people told him, no, you can't do it. You just did it. You just did it. I have a great deal of respect and admiration for Josh. we're about to administer this oath. I would like to say just a word. When you enlist in the Army, you take an oath that you will obey the orders of the President and the orders of the officers over you, and that you'll follow the Uniform Code of Military Justice, the law. You won't find that in this oath that he's about to take, the oath of an officer. It's the oath all officers take, from the Vice President of the United States, every ambassador, every officer of the United States, of every service, uniformed or not, takes this oath. What it says in plain English is, I will use my judgment, do my very best to do the right thing, to the very best of my ability, and I will be accountable for it. That's what this oath says. So there's an awful lot of doing what you have to do, doing what you're told. But at the end of the day, the role of an officer is to be the person who makes the decision when times are really tough and the situation isn't what it was told, you were told it was going to be. And your instructions don't cover what it is you're supposed to do. Now what? That's the job of the lieutenant. It's the job of every rank. And frustrating as you can be, I think you're going to be great. I will never doubt. There will never be any question that you did something because you thought it was good for you. And if someone disagrees with your decision, it will be done for exactly the right reasons. Because you think it's good for your soldiers, because you think it's good for your unit, because you think it's the right thing to do for the country. There will never be any question. There will never be any question of cutting corners or shirking, or it's not going to happen. This is about character, and I think you've got one. So, without any further ado, we're going to administer the oath. So if you will face me and raise your right hand, repeat after me. I state your name. Having been appointed an officer in the United States Army in the grade of second lieutenant, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office upon which I am about to enter. So help me God. Lower your hand. Please come forward.
How come his is red and yours blue?
Infantry, artillery.
Okay, thank you. John says release, Josh, release.
Congratulations, Lieutenant Kelshner. I'm proud of you. Join me in congratulating the Army's newest